Hi guys. Welcome to your July 2021. This is going to be the What Aren't They Telling You Timeless Reading Week 2 for the beautiful sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're subscribed to my tribe, and what's good, fam bams? Hello to my members and patrons. Let's go and get started right now. Everything you need is below, though, before we get started. Thank you for voting. I'm not surprised because you're normally in the top 3 Cap Collective, but typically I don't know, it just, the way that the views went and the way that the interactions went, like Tauruses have really been showing out, but you guys are like so close in your vote. You still were 2% higher than your earthly counterparts with the Tauruses. So that just kind of goes to show what the focus is, but that's fine. You're still number 1 to me, and so are they. So let's get started. The energy that has come up between you and this person in the past has a lot to do with the card of Temperance. We already know that Temperance is one of those cards, and I talked about a little bit of this in the bonus. There was a behavior. There was a behavior that went on. There was, things that went on. And, unfortunately, your person told you that they were going to change something, that something was going to happen. There was supposed to be a specific behavior after something came crashing down, because there were things that was eliminated in this person's behavior. You guys went through a cycle that it stopped. And as a result of that, this person did not want to leave your life, I believe. And this is our energy about balancing the stability and bringing things back into balance. It's about moderation. And some of those things that were realized as a result of what had recently ended, and putting, a system in place, so to speak, to make sure that you took things one day at a time in the past. It was looked at by this King of Swords. This was, maybe the energy of the way you guys looked at it, or maybe they decided to move into a more King of Swords type of energy about their behavior, their actions, their thoughts, and how it directly affected this union. And as a result of that, they were like, okay, you guys could have had a beautiful, beautiful new start. And further clarifying that Temperance is faith and destiny. You guys both sat down at the table. You talked about things, and I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about this happened already. Okay. You talked about how things were going to work out in the end. You put together, you laid your cards on the table. So I see why things are the way that they are now, because there are some things that kind of fell. This person kind of fell out of your grace a little bit, but they didn't do what they said that they were going to do, period, point blank. But one of the things that came up in the past was, in the King of Swords and that clarity. And, you can take a King of Swords energy and look at things very logically. I can see, like, as a Capricorn moon, I can see how you can sit down and discuss your feelings with somebody like a business deal. Well, yes, I love you. Yes, we're soulmates. And some people are like, I know the fire signs are like, what's the purpose of talking about it then? Because not everybody looks at things in dramatics, but not everybody looks at discussing their feelings like, in a board meeting. And of course I am being silly, but still in all, you guys still sat down and had to talk. You talked about it, and you both walked away from that Capricorn thinking that things were going to change. And as a result of that, there was, some new beginnings, but there wasn't any consistency. And I feel like that in turn led to more issues. The first card in your energy is the Ace of Rods, or the Ace of Wands. And that lets me know that passion was reignited. It was a very enthusiastic new beginning. You took that energy, you know, that fire and that air. You had all of these beautiful ideas of what you saw for this relationship. You know, there was I'm going to do this the right way. We're going to do this. Or maybe you don't empathize enough. Okay, I'm going to do that. There was a dialogue. Unfortunately, with that new beginning, and that past energy still became more obstacles with the Page of Swords. This Page of Swords is supposed to, I say all the time, let me just pause for a second about the Page of Swords. I say all the time in my personal sessions with you guys one-on-one, if I, have counseled you spiritually in any way, that when you say you're done, you will get tested. This is the Page of Swords, this energy here. We put this in process, we put this in play, we said this, we said that, boom, now what? The first sign of an obstacle, it came crashing back down. And I honestly think that it was a lot of insecurity. It was a lot of things that there wasn't enough honesty. Like I said in the bonus, I felt like that there were promises that were made that just fell short. There was not enough communication. This person says, you are a part of me. I want you to know I love you more than words could say. But no words ever said, I love you that much. There is always, it always seemed to be peanut butter with no jelly, or jelly with no peanut butter. It was like there was always one, but there was never the other. And it was like, how do we bring this together? It always seemed to be lacking something. Now, in addition to this Page of Swords' energy, once you get your heads out of your butt and you realize, oh shit, the reason why this page is here is to get me to, I'm supposed to extract the lesson and learn something. You don't think about that when you're going through it, because it is complete bull. It hurts. It's confusing. It rubs you the wrong way. It is definitely an energy that is very unfortunate. It's very hard to deal with. It is the spy for a lot of people. I don't necessarily like to bring that out of this page. But unfortunately, yes, the page forces you, if I can just show you again, that sword is a tool. It forces you to be truthful and use your mind. But let's just face it. This page basically brings a bunch of... I almost feel like sometimes it is the messenger. It's like, well, I see this other card. It's almost as if it brings challenges. All of the other ones bring a gift or brings a message. This one brings a gift or brings a message, but forces you to be truthful about something you either thought you were being truthful about, or forces the truth out of somebody that you thought were already being truthful to you. Moving on, in the heart place, we do have the Nine of Pentacles. That is exactly what you are and what you do. This person goes and copes when things fall down the way that they do, and you do the same thing, Capricorn. You like, fine, I'll focus back on myself then, because that's all you know how to do. Going into your energy and doing what you do the best is all to do with your abundance, how you make money, what you do. A heartbreak takes place, and instead of you focusing, depending on what's in your chart and where your Capricorn is, you can be like, okay, let me set some goals. The goals may be romantic. I will never do this again. I will never trust this person again. You Capricorns know what I'm talking about. You like, I ain't never doing this again. Exclamation point. Holla if you hear me. That's what you do. But anyway, barring it aside, and you guys kind of both in your heart space, then in that little space of your heart, kind of just went and focused on your own Nine of Pentacles. It could have been, the single lady, the single man. You focus on your single attainment, what you could attain, what you can personally attain. And meantime, blocking out your emotions. Now, I do feel with this Two of Swords that this person drew this out of you. What I like, or drew you into this, not out of you. Move that over. I do feel like, though, Cap, This person, whatever this was, whatever brought this back down, whatever this page brought, it sent both of you guys right back into your respective corners. And it could have been a conversation with this Eight of Wands that took place. And in that conversation, it got worse than what it was when it started. It was like, why even talk? I feel like there is this constant, every single time we talk about such and such, we address the problems. And what's beautiful about this is how I interpret that page is, I'm not saying that the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords, oh my God, don't have issues. But this one is probably the worst because it starts it. And the Knight doesn't help. The King, in this particular suit, in my interpretation, the King is probably going to be your best bet. But you have to get out of that first and be able to get over the obstacles of this page. Really, really quick, some of them have spied. Some of them have been as emotionally insecure. Some of them take their emotions and turn them into diarrhea of the mouth. They say quicker than they actually, like, there's no tact. This is the Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands. The communication will come, and it won't be a tactful communication. It will come very recklessly. It'll come because they're saying more than they're saying the first thing that pops in their mind, and it may not be the helpful or the most tactful. I do feel a lot of fire. I feel a lot of air as well, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, which can come off manipulative. If it's fire communication, it comes off as lacking tact and very impulsive. If it is the earth energy, it may come off as cold and distant and stubborn. I don't see any water. I do see an apology, but I don't see any water. I also feel like with this Nine of Cups here, that's another thing that is hard for the both of you, or definitely hard for this person. When we have the two nines, the bottom line is although they can separate themselves and focus on their single attainment and what they can do in their as a single person to be to be successful or to make themselves feel validated. Unfortunately, they have a desire and you are their wish. And actually, they really do miss this bond. And they really want this back. They can screw up communication 1,000,001 times. They can make promises to you 1,000,001 times that they can't keep. But at the end of the day, when they lay head to pillow, they're grappling with, do I do my Nine of Pentacles the way I know how to do my Nine of Pentacles and be my single lady and be my single man, and I can do that, and I got that energy, I do that well. This person could have Earth in their chart. Or do I force myself to be uncomfortable and fight for the beautiful energy because this person is really my wish? And that bond that we have with that Two of Cups is unmatched. I don't know how. I just don't know how to deal with this. I don't, and they're struggling with that. They're struggling. They're struggling with it. All right, let's get into the clarifier. So the Ace of Wands is being clarified by twin flames. Interesting. The Page of Swords is shyness, encouraging and taking it slow. The Nine of Pentacles is being clarified by look for a sign. The Two of Swords is being clarified by love is coming. And the Eight of Wands is being clarified by argument. Are you hearing each other? As I stated, this is a prime example of what I try to tell you when you're communicating something this deep quickly. It's glorified. It's definitely a card that's glorified. it has these beautiful little spins on it. Oh, it's Cupid's arrows, you know. It's quick moving communication. It's communication that's moving, you know, but it's news. It's taking quick action. It's a conclusion. It is, think about that. You know, it's, oh, here we go. 9 of Cups is being clarified by open for love. I want to show you that. The card also signifies endings. It talks about events in motion. Like I say all the time, that 8 of Wands needs to land. There was something that could have been said, something that was held back with that. That's what caused the argument, okay? And the 2 of Cups being clarified by proposal. They want to propose something. First and foremost, before I get into additional clarification here, I want to say that they do want to apologize to you with the Page of Cups. And what they want to apologize is going hot and cold. What they want to apologize is for the illusions that they brought forth in this relationship. What they want to apologize for is that they fell for the fantasy rather than the reality. I feel like this person is a fire sign, but I do feel like this person could also be a combination of fire and air, which can be depending on where that fire and air is. You're passionate about an idea that doesn't make sense. It's like, okay. And to you, Capricorn, it wasn't realistic. How are you passionate about something that we haven't really done? We haven't gotten off the ground. Like, what the hell is this? I am going to go in and I want to clarify a couple of things. And I also want to talk about the shyness and argument. The argument I kind of explain because I feel like the way this person communicates is very fiery. So I definitely feel like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a fiery way of communicating is coming off very brash, unrealistic, very impulsive, very fantasy-like, you know, all about fantasy land and not reality. So that is why that is there. But this Page of Swords, which I went into a whole long time, I want to talk about this shyness. This person wants to take it one day at a time, but I don't think that they're shy. But let's talk about it because it's on the card. I don't think it's shy in the way that you think it's shy or the way that, you know, when you just look at it at first glance. No, I think honestly, this person just is afraid of rejection. And I think that shyness is a way to kind of put themselves in a position where they don't have to give more, because if they give just enough, then it's like, okay, well, I'm only going to give like 2%. I expect 100 back, but I'm going to give 2% because nothing ventured and nothing is gained. But yet we're soulmates and you want to marry me. And you know, you want me to know that you love me more than words can say. And that's how you're looking at it, Cap. I am going to tell you that, yes, they could have made a promise that they were going to do something in this king. And this is really what it is. They made a promise to you as a king. But when it was time to make good on that promise, that's when the Page came. And I think that's just the bottom line here. Because when I was shuffling, I said, I see. Especially when you see that in the past, when you thought you were losing me, you came to me and made promises to me as a king. Male or female, you knew what you wanted. You knew where we were going. And then after the excitement wore off, now you have to make good on these king's promises and you come to me as a page. And now all of a sudden you're shy and you want to take something slow. And that was fine, but the page takes things slow. The king can too, but the king knows what he wants. The page comes off as if they don't know because they haven't gotten to the king's level yet. You understand it. You understand. Twin flames, shyness, look for the signs. Love is coming. Argument, open for love and proposal. And let me say, yes, they will be coming back to apologize. They want to apologize to you first and foremost for giving you constant fantasy and not really looking at this from a realistic point of view. Give me something for shyness, acceptance. Capricorn, you're having a hard time accepting the way this person communicates. You think that it's ridiculous that they're posing as this King of Swords and they're a page. My prayers out to you, my sisters and brothers. Accepting yourself and others as they are will liberate the patterns and of resistance and open to flow. This person may be brilliant. You're a Capricorn. This person has your respect. This person can go out and achieve you guys' ambition. You may match each other from an ambition standpoint. They had to have something that was similar in order for them to get a seat at the table in your life. However, this is what it is, and we all have those things. I think you have an issue with accepting that. You're just like, I just don't understand. Because I don't understand trying to explain it to you. And yes, new love is here. They really do want a new phase in love, okay? I'm going to get one more, and we're going to finish tearing this up in the extension. And then, yes, take a chance. And I think ultimately, you can't grow in your comfort zone. Just stepping into the unknown is trusting the universe and going forward. They want you to take this chance. You know, that's what they want. That's what they want. So like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Hope that shared some insight. If you're having issues with an individual of this magnitude, then maybe that gave you a little bit more insight on what they could be going through. But this is definitely about communication. Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Thank you so much for allowing me to bring you these messages. Drop it like it's hot in those comments. Let me know how this resonates in your life. And how you felt about it. And I will see you in the extension. To everyone else, I will see you in a couple days. Starting Monday, we will go into the you versus them from the 15th through the 31st before we get into week 3. Bye, guys.